Oh shit!
Boom, and there it is. There it is. I just want to make sure that the comments come up in my section over here, man, because if anybody's in here with us, could you drop a comment so I can see if it's popping up? Are we still private?
Oh,
you gotta make it
private.
If anybody's in here with us, could you drop a comment so I can see if it's popping up?
Hey, you're set private.
You gotta make it private. If anybody's in here with us, could you drop a comment so I can see if it's popping up? All right, she's switching it, so I'll be able to see it in a second. In order to set it up, we have to put it on private, and then boom, you got to go back to the unlisted. Because if you put it on,
do it unlisted.
Nah, we couldn't find it. Wouldn't when it was on private. She couldn't find the live to make it link with YouTube and stuff. So we had to put it on. However, I don't know how she did it, man. But you know what I'm saying. All right, boom. She just did it. So we should be good. We should be good. All right, so first for all the there it is.
Oh, there's everything.
What's up, everybody? What's going on with you?
Everybody get the house tonight.
Chill. What's up? Hey, I want to tell all the members that the new symbol is 12 and the alien sign. And, you know, we're switching up, and natives is the feather and 76. So you got 12, alien, feather, 76. Boom,
I knew there was some kind of crazy code going on. I kept seeing stuff after you had your first secret society last week. I was like, what in the hell are people putting in this chat? Everywhere I went, I was like, it's got people doing some kind of code. I know it.
Right?
Yeah, don't tell nobody because the number one rule to secret society is you never talk about secret society.
That's right.
And if anybody ever asks about the symbols and shit, what we do is put the zipper smiley face because you can't say nothing. That's why you'll see that. Like Silverback does it all the time. He'll put the zipper on there for us, and it's like cool as a motherfucker.
Click on the draw with that. He be watching.
I feel like I need to.
I'm gonna be difficult. Which one?
I'm gonna have to put my tinfoil hat on this.
Too. We're gonna work on a codex so that we can communicate with each other with these symbols. I got it set up on Discord.
Yeah, what was you talking about earlier, Native? About?
Yeah, I'm setting up a Discord channel. Everyone who's a member for the Brave Nation and the Secret Society you'll be allowed in so we can talk about the code. Because we're trying to set this up like a real codex so we can communicate with each other no matter what through every medium. We got all these symbols that mean things to us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I love it.
Hey, that's a good way too. Like if YouTube gets shut down and all of us get lost and have to find our way through 10,000 different streams,
right?
You have those little symbols behind.
Yes, sir, man.
That's
Yes,
cool.
indeed.
Yeah.
You got to get behind it.
Yes,
all kinds of smart and shit.
The feathers where the animal emojis are. I think it's under the bird.
Gotta love it. The feather is if you click on the animals or the dog or whatever, the feather is in that category.
You can just type in feather too on the search. You go straight to it.
Oh,
Reese's, what's up? Man, I'm so glad everybody came. I'm glad all y'all are in here with us, man. That's what's up, man. That's why we do this thing.
Yeah.
Lady Smith, Flintstone Girl, we got Reese's Resources, Lady Hammer, Doc Mac, Tiger 454, Zane. What's up with y'all? I probably missed some people too because I'm not G2.
Yeah.
She just typed in feather. I love it.
It's type feather, well.
You got like 13 people in here right now.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah. That's cool.
Lucky 13. Nice.
Right? well, I take that back. 13 people talking.
Yeah.
I don't know how many got in there.
That's
yeah,
true.
No doubt. No doubt.
You mean to tell me that you've got 13 subscribed members in here and you ain't dropped a beat for them yet?
Right. I swear. Damn, I don't even have the beat set up.
Hutch is ruthless.
That's a funky ass beat. I didn't even make this one.
There it is. Press 1. So what's up? What y'all want to get into? We got special guests in here tonight because they don't get the behind the scenes look because they ain't members, so they're like on the panel and they get to be in the secret society and find out things and
I'm
get
special.
the scoop. They get the scoop.
This is their Cinderella moment. At midnight, they got
Snuck in the back door.
I don't have a Cinderella doll. Hang on. I got Glinda the Good Witch and Snow White though, and Elsa.
Hey, it'll be really cool if y'all use the symbols along with us because then there'll just be like 3 or 4 people that are dropping the symbols and everybody be like, wait a minute, they ain't members. What the hell?
It'll confuse everybody.
Somebody broke the code.
Yeah.
Test. I like it.
Yeah,
Discord
cool.
link. If you guys aren't on my Discord, get on there, man.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, kind of like an honorary PhD that they gave Bill Cosby. Like, hey, you're not a real doctor, but we'll call you doctor.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre. You got one too.
He lost all 5 of his degrees. He lost all his honorary degrees and the one he got legitly.
Mm.
Wow.
Damn.
So Apple's you rape over 50 people, I guess. I don't know.
He's
All
backing
right,
R. Kelly hard as well.
Oh my
They're
God.
putting that race card on that shit. Like, R. Kelly even railroaded too because he's a strong black man. I was like, what the hell?
Oh man, bro.
Tight.
Nice.
I love it, man. I'll click on a show and I'll see the symbols pop up. And like I'm just clicking through and getting ready to do something, so I don't even want to be seen or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't do it all the time, but I need to start doing it.
Wait
But
till
I
we
know as soon as I do it.
keep doing it, man. We're gonna build a vocabulary. We can really communicate with each other and all. Like Marfrugal's chat, we'll be dropping symbols to each other and just talking away.
Yeah.
So they shut down all the prepper channels on the tube. You'll be over like on somebody doing like a regular grocery haul or a makeup tutorial, and there'll be symbols flooding the chat.
right.
What does the alien mean? I don't know.
Oh, I did want to ask the members though. I wanted to ask y'all, and whoever don't catch it now, they can catch it later, and I'll wait to hear from everybody. But we did a thing where everybody sent in their emails so we could send out group emails, you know, if something happens, you know, if something's going down, if we want to announce something just to the members. But the thing about it is some of the emails have your personal names on there, you know, and when you send out a group email, everybody that gets that email gets all the emails for everybody that's in that group. So I want to make sure whoever wants their email put out there like that before I send a group email. That's the only I've been wanting to send a group email, but because of that right there, I wanted to wait, talk to everybody, make sure I get everybody's input to make sure everybody's okay with being in a group email.
Hey.
So y'all let me know. Y'all can shoot me an email and talk about it. Y'all don't have to say it in here or anything, but if y'all want to shoot me an email, say, yeah, I'm good, or nah, don't include me because I don't really want my email out there like that. Just let me know.
I think you can set it up to where it doesn't show everyone's email.
Yeah, you can
What?
chat.
It would be because you can set up groups and private chat, like all these different things. I think you could put everybody into a group on the email and then send it to the group, but not show the participants.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Yep.
Did you hear
I'm just throwing that
POTV?
out there.
I have a protest.
She'll be on it. She'll be on it.
The more you know.
Well, if she figures that out and we can figure that out, which we will, then we don't have to worry about it. God
I'm
damn, I
just saying,
should.
so people ain't got to worry too. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a way. So people, you know, don't be hesitant because you're gonna be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just want to, you know me, man. I don't know shit. Only thing I know how is reply and then write what I want and send. Like I'm not tech savvy whatsoever.
Me too.
The craziest thing is when Tribe sends me an email and it has like everyone's address on it, but that's cool too.
I do that sometimes. Phone numbers, kids' names,
Everything.
pictures of people's families.
Picture with you at the grocery store, you know.
Right. So what's been going on, man? What's been going on with everybody? What's up, chat? Y'all can holler at us too. This is y'all too, man. Y'all want to jump? Hey, I can throw the link up in there if anybody wants to jump on and say what's up to everybody. I mean, it ain't but a few of us. It ain't like there's 100 people in the chat. I can throw the link in there. I got room for 3 people.
What's going on?
You want to drop that link, babe? Just in case somebody wants to hop on and say what's up.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna actually hop off here in just a little bit, probably like 10 minutes or so.
That's
I got to
what's
be a
up.
responsible adult.
I appreciate you coming anyway, though, Sandwich.
Yeah, I'd rather stay up.
Am I hitting the wrong email, Sandwich?
Yeah, I know. Do what? Sorry?
Am I hitting the wrong email when I email you? Am I using the old one?
No, I did not know that my phone had logged me out of it, so I didn't see it earlier. I was sitting there and I was actually getting ready to crash. I was like, I gotta go to bed. I'm freaking tired. And I just kind of had this gut feeling. I was like, you know what? I haven't got any notifications on my email because sometimes my subs will email me. And I tapped on the app on my phone and I was like, oh, look, I'm not even logged in. And then when I logged in, I was like, oh, look at that. I had an email. Of course I did, like 4 hours ago from Tribe.
Yep.
I was like, shh. So that's the good one. I actually prefer that one that you emailed me at.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's the one I use.
Yeah, that's the secret one.
What?
Yeah,
Secret one?
secret one.
All this is new to me.
Secret sandwich emails.
All right.
Like dang secret emails. I don't know.
Gia.
So I put my tinfoil hat on my doll there. You can't hardly see it. It's tiny, but
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Y'all want to see something really cool, man? I wanted to show y'all. I wanted to show it in the mirror because I'm doing a video on this. But I got this knife by turning in my cigarette points back in the days.
nice.
You would get points. So it's a nice knife, but look inside of here. Look at this. It's a Swiss Army knife and it's got that corkscrew, right? Oh, wait a minute. Let me turn off my green screen real quick so y'all can see this.
Nah, man, make your screen big, PT. Make your screen big.
Yeah. Good
Zoom
idea. Good idea. Let me see how I do that. Let me see how I do that. Boom.
Messing around.
All right, check this out. You see that in there?
What?
Yeah.
That's pretty
That's
neat.
good
It's like
plugs.
wrapped up in it. Check this out. You spin this.
Okay.
You spin this out, and it's a ferro rod.
Nah, bro.
Oh,
Yep.
I thought it was
Yep.
hearing protection.
And-
I was like,
And this is actually tinder. So you can like cut this in half and you break it all up and it'll spark in one spark. And this little ferro rod is guaranteed to start you 100 fires.
have you tried it
Man,
yet?
Oh,
No, but when how I found out about it was through this YouTuber, he's like Swedish or something. He actually started over 100 fires on his video. He just kept doing it. And they did it in fast motion, but he started like 106 fires with it, and it was still only halfway done. But ain't that pretty neat? And here's another thing too, just to let y'all know, because I didn't know about this. Underneath where you open this up at, right up in here, there's a little tiny hole that you probably can't see with your eyes because I didn't, but it actually holds a stick pin, and you got a stick pin in there.
Get out of here.
And you can use that. You magnify it, rub it on your shirt, get some static on it, and you can turn that into a compass. And it sticks right into your little. There's a little hole there which I can't see for shit, but it'll slide right down in there, and then boom, you got a fire starter and a compass with your Swiss Army knife. Ain't that some shit?
Super
Yeah,
cool.
Swiss Army knives come a long way since I had them.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
pretty cool. I'm gonna
That
do a
is
video on it and might even get some clicks because I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna have this sticking up and I'm gonna be looking at it real weird with my face and I'm gonna be like, what the hell is that? And also before I forget, the green on this ferro rod actually glows in the dark.
Wow.
Wow,
It's pretty cool. It's pretty
Dang.
cool, man.
that's pretty
you get
awesome
that?
for cigarette points, man. That's
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, I had to actually buy the ferro rod though. I'll show you the package real quick.
Okay.
Let me bring myself back up real good point, Sandwich.
that is.
You
That's still
gotta
pretty
buy
awesome,
it.
though.
You can buy it in 3 packs for $20 or 6 packs for $60. I mean, this is $40. It's called Fire Ant.
yeah, but now you got like what 500 starts right there.
600. You get 6 of them, so
600?
600. Yep.
Like this is always in
And-
your pocket. too, on
And
your
let me
Swiss
show
Army.
you. In case you go to like a yard sale or something and you pick up just a little old, cheap non-Swiss Army, it'll fit in the cheap ones too.
Cool.
Nice.
That's what
That's
I
good to
have.
know.
That is nice.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
So I wanted to show the members first before I did a video on it and stuff. I was like, that's something cool I could share with the members. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't even know anything like that existed. That's
Me
really
neither.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm always
it's
afraid
really
to show
cool.
that to Mister. He's gonna want them.
Yeah, they're a little expensive though. Like those $40. I mean,
yeah, but how do you put a price on if something happens?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Plus, it reduces your EDC, man. I mean, you got all that compact in that one little thing. I like that.
Yeah.
What's up, Arkansas? What's
Art
going
living.
on with you?
What's going on, man?
What's up, living?
Don't know how to internet.
But yeah, I actually knew about the Swiss. Like they got the toothpick in them, and they got the tweezers. You can actually get ferrule rods that fit into those. But I actually like my tweezers and my toothpick. So having the ferrule rod go into this, which is pretty much, I mean, who the hell uses the corkscrew? I hardly ever do.
Every
So,
time
I
you find
mean-
a wine bottle and a
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shift
like
happens. You
yeah.
need a glass of wine.
Right. I'll have to get the link to this dude's channel because he shows all the different ways to use your Swiss Army knife in survival situations, how to use the corkscrew for different things other than wine bottles and stuff. It's a really good channel. I got to figure it out, and then I'll drop a link or something. Well, I'll figure it out by the next time I do a membership or another live stream. I'll have it. Let people know. It's a pretty cool channel.
That's
Yeah.
really
And-
practical that it works with the generic knives too, or that you can screw them onto the corkscrew and the other attachments because Zame said a minute ago, good stocking stuffers. I totally agree. Last year for Christmas, I asked for all prepping shit. I got a life straw. I got a really cool ferro rod. I got a car tool that cuts seat belts and breaks glass from my brother.
Nice.
We did a gift exchange, right? So I think that's one way we can spread a positive, giving people control of their lives and what may or may not happen at any given time is those gifts
Yeah.
that have a lot of depth to them that maybe they don't understand it at the time, but what if they need it someday, or what if someone really had the need? There it is. And
Yeah. I tell you, Roots, now that you brought this up, my granddaughter just had a birthday.
Lucille.
Oh, but my granddaughter just had a
Damn.
birthday, and her birthday gift is going to be a bug out bag. You want to show it? You want to show it up?
Nice.
Pooh?
Christmas gift
Lucille.
because they know me
Yeah.
so well. Yeah.
Sweet.
good gosh.
Yeah.
That's
Where
gonna keep
did that
that.
come from? That was,
Santa
that's
is not
just
coming down the
barbed wire.
chimney. Yeah.
that's a nice
That's
bat.
gangster.
Hey,
Appreciate y'all.
Roots, you got a good idea.
Yeah.
What if you just sit there and you get the ask everybody in your family, right? Everybody, all extend everything for that 72 hour or the 1 week, 1 month or whatever food
Right.
survival, right? Just that. And if they
Like
give it to you, make
20
them hold on to it.
Ah, that is a good idea.
Everybody's well, no, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, she has a good idea.
Yeah.
Everyone's always asking for stuff and everything. Like, you make them buy it and then you say, now keep it in your house. Now they're off your back.
Yeah.
But if
Hold
you
on to
wake
that
up
for
with
me
a
in case I got to
desire
bug
to
out to your house.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Word.
Yeah.
That's
Zane.
funny. Oh my God.
I saw that and I was like, whoa.
Where's
whoa.
your mind at, Zane?
This is what happens in the secret society? My lord. I gotta
Right?
Right.
Yeah, that's
I-
pretty much what
What
we
did
do.
we get into, Sam?
go. I was like, I gotta go.
I am Mr. End of the World in my house. I am Mr. End of the World. So like everybody knows when Christmas comes, birthdays, when it's time to buy just Josh something. Yeah, it's got to be something to do with like apocalypse or the end of the world or
Fun.
Everybody knows me pretty well in this house. So yeah,
We just call it practical. It's not
Absolutely.
about the apocalypse. It's practical.
Exactly.
Yeah.
you know how it goes. You know how it
think-
goes.
I think this holiday season, though, I mean, if there's really going to be the big shortage of all this stuff, like we've been talking about, the nothing on the shelves and all that kind of, and I've seen some of it. I've seen a little bit of it, and I'm thinking, if this, it's not even holiday season yet, people go out trying to buy stuff. There's very little now. There's going to be nothing in a month,
Yes.
But, why don't we, I've already had the thought of, and I was going to talk about this on my channel, but I'll talk about it here. Why don't we get back to giving those, and for those of us in preparedness, we already do it, I'm sure, giving the practical gifts, giving the things that people aren't going to be able to get maybe in a little while. It kind of got me thinking. I was kind of going through this in my head, and I was thinking like Depression era. My grandmother was born in 1920. And I started thinking, everyone my age, we always used to laugh growing up, it was a joke about, oh, your grandparents always give you socks and underwear. Yeah, because that's practical stuff. It's stuff you always needed. When they were growing up, that was stuff they always needed, right?
Yep.
And maybe it's stuff that was short. So that was, you got something that was kind of fun, maybe, but you got practical stuff. You got stuff that you needed. That was a gift. That was what you spent your money on, because maybe back then you couldn't really afford the frivolous stuff. You had to. Are we getting back to that? Are we?
I love getting socks and hats and gloves for Christmas.
Yeah.
I fucking love it now.
Yeah, man.
I do.
We all turned into the biggest dorks in the world. Wanted action figures before. Now we're like, is that a new pair of socks?
Like, I know, right? It's like at a certain age, like vacuum cleaners and socks and gloves. All right, yeah, underwear.
Love them.
But no, I was thinking stuff like practical things or things that people, stuff we need, or
Right.
that kind of
That's how
stuff.
we used to do it for the
Utilitarian.
in-laws, is we'd get a box and we'd get like, a couple packs of toilet paper, some can openers, so, a couple extra things of silverware, just little stuff like that. But just, like a microwave box full of just random
Useful
random
stuff.
shit. Okay, but yeah.
Yeah. But then I was thinking too, and I've kind of mentioned this over my channel, but I was telling people, I'm getting back into crochet and knitting because I've got some sweaters I want to make, and I've got patterns for them and all. So now I've got a thing full of yarn and all kind of Nisi. I've got a bunch. I've got all my knitting needles. I've got my crochet hooks. I've got a brand new yarn over here that I just picked up today because it was on sale at Hobby Lobby. That's a skill that you can pass on to people. It's not difficult. You can pick up a little book, maybe a couple skeins of yarn, a pair, common size knitting needles or crochet hook. Here you go. Go to town.
We're listening, Sandwich.
I know. I'm just looking at. Now, see, look. I look at that and I said Lucille, and I don't know if anybody got it off Walking Dead. That is Lucille.
Don't Fred.
My favorite person on The Walking Dead.
Yeah, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is such a good actor. I like him in general.
He's good.
Yeah, he is.
I don't want to meet any of those guys in real life. I'm just saying.
No.
I don't.
In a heartbeat.
I think there's going to be a few. A lot.
I was a fan of the governor. I thought the governor should have made more of an impact. That was my dude. I ain't gonna lie.
The governor, look in the graphic novel, how they portrayed how they showed what the governor looks like was completely. They switched two of the characters.
Oh wow!
With their appearances.
Anyway, it was Daryl, wasn't it? Daryl was one of them.
No, Daryl wasn't the governor. It was one of the guy who played the governor on the TV series. It was, I forgot the guy's name. It was like his right hand or something like that. And I was like, wait, what? That's not the governor. The governor's the other guy. The dude with the patch is not the governor. But in the TV series, he was, because I guess the patch made him badass. So he was still crazy for having his wife's head or his kid's head in there, though.
He had his daughter in the closet.
Yeah, his daughter's head was in the closet. Yeah.
No, it was her whole body. She was still like a zombie. He was hugging her and everything.
Yeah.
Remember?
Hey, I thought we were open-minded people. We don't let a few mistakes stop the overall effect of the goodness that he did.
He was trying to help.
Hey, think about it this way. If it was your daughter, wouldn't you try to keep her and wait for some cure? Like you're waiting for everyone's always waiting for someone else to kind of fix the outside problem. That'd be hard.
My daughter turns into something like that, man. I'm
Something
up. Done.
Yeah. I thought that too. It's like if something
here.
like that happens to Mr. I'm like, that's not him anymore. That's not him. He's not in there. Time to go because he's bigger than me. You got to go.
I don't know how I would respond. I really don't. I don't know how I would.
I have no idea.
I mean, it's easy to be glib and say, no, got to go. But I can't even imagine how hard it would be. I mean,
that's
realistically.
all that's left.
That's a good point, Roots. That's a good point, Militant.
You know.
So
They couldn't smell that little thing.
Your granddaughter was going to receive a bug out bag for Christmas, and what are you, roughly how old is she, if you're comfortable saying, and what are you going to put in it, considering it's for a child that would be different from an adult?
We're looking at we're trying to find everything. I told her it's going to be a little late, but we're trying to find a sewing kit. I'm gonna put a life straw in there because I can't give her. She's how old's Pooties now? She 8.
Pooties.
So I don't want to give her like a knife or anything, but
kids like knives.
Sewing kit, a little food ration. Maybe a couple, she's 8, and she's a girl, so I figured like a hairbrush, hair ties, binoculars. We're trying to look around, and we're trying to find little kits too. So if we can find like 2 or 3 little kits of something that'll have a couple things in it, so she can like open it up and have a bunch of different. Plus, I want her to learn. Because she's very, very, very smart. She really is. And I know people talk, like everybody's kids and grandkids are very, very smart. But she's really, really smart. So I know if I can get her going now, she'll always think about that. Because she already does gardening with her mom and grandma and her great-grandmother. Because her mom, she's got a little brother too. I got a grandson and a granddaughter. They live with their mom, which lives with her grandmother, so it's my granddaughter's great-grandmother. And they do gardening, they have pigs, all kinds of animals, so she's learning the homestead life. So if I can get her into prepping,
that's not that far of a jump.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You're a Swiss Army knife.
A little first aid kit right on there.
Yes.
Who else is the same age that's with her? Or around? Is there anybody that's a little older that's with her?
Nah, she's the oldest out of the 2, and her little brother, he's like 3 years younger.
Yeah. 3 years younger. Okay. So it just what I did with my kids is I paired them, right? Because you don't want to go anywhere by yourself anyways. And literally, if me, my wife, and my daughter's dead, my son's gonna die. Unless he gets picked up and adopted, you know what I mean? Into some group, he's gonna. But I paired him, so I made his bag sufficient for just about everything to complement my daughter's bag, which is older. So he's carrying stuff to help her, and she knows what to do, and then they can kind of build up each other. But I did make both of them, my daughter and my son, go pick out 2 or 3 something important to them, and something they want to play with, something they like to play with.
Yeah.
And I made them put that in the bag, just so they'd have something that they cared about that they can play with and fidget with, because boredom will kill you, man.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. Throw in a deck of cards. Throw in something that's small, but you can spend hours on it,
And that's something I figured, she just getting the bag itself, if I just got her a bag and said, this is your bug out bag, fill it. Then her mom would have to help her do it, because she's the type of little girl that says, okay, this is my bug out bag. What do I put in it? And she would ask me, she would ask Niecy, we would tell her, and she would make her mother, I have to have these things. This needs to go in this bag. This is a bug out bag. This ain't no school bag. This ain't no clothes bag. I need these bug out things. And even if she don't know what bug out means, you know what I'm saying? She would automatically be on it. So that's another thing. I wanted to have room so they can work together. That'll get the whole house involved.
Yeah.
So it's just little things you can do.
You could always do a short range walkie-talkie thing. That way, she can be out in the road and give one to her mom or something like that. And you can even do. It's crazy, but if you think of a minnow net or a butterfly net, that way boom, you can get distracted. You can go out and try to catch frogs. You can catch minnows.
Yep.
Survive.
Yep. It's pretty cool, man. I can't wait till my grandson gets older, because with it's gonna be BB guns and knives, and his mom's gonna try to kill me, but
you could do BB guns and knives with her. I was that kid.
Windows.
My youngest daughter just had a son too. She's 18. She's about to be. Is she 19 now? How old is Tiara now? 19. 19. She's 19. She had her son when she was 18, and the first thing I bought him was a fishing rod. I mean, it's about this damn big. It's a real fishing rod though, but it's like really small. And I'm like, he's got to learn right off the bat. He's got to be able to fish. It's the way it is.
He's got a fisheries out of the family, okay?
Damn right. Damn right.
Out of the family.
It's Redskins and fishing. That's all. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Redskins. Man, what's your? I'm sorry, brother. I was just gonna ask Militant Roots. What's your name on Discord?
But me and Native were talking earlier. We were even going to do the show about that, like talking about how, because it's hard to get your kids or grandkids really into prepping.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And it's the sooner you can start teaching them, the better it is for them, man. Because later on, like I remember things when I was younger that I didn't give two shits about. But it's just stuck with me for some reason. And now when I do things like things my uncles taught me, just like fishing and shit, there's so many things about fishing that I never really took serious, but I learned it. And now I use it like crazy. So the more you can teach now, later on, it will be there for them.
Yeah.
Hell, they've got those like the beginner course for kids mapping, that kind of thing, to where it comes with the I'm having a brain fart on the word, but the protractor and all that good stuff.
Yeah, the first thing I thought of was a compass. Mm-hmm. Because if she could learn a compass now, she'd be a master at it by the time she's a teenager. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Compass and pace count.
Even as simple as knowing that the sun rises on the east and sets on the west, you can more or less find north. If I'm in my state and I'm in the middle of the woods and it's 5 p.m. that I can tell, look for that orientation. So many people have no clue how to even navigate their streets. All streets are a grid. Northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast, in the main throughways.
Yeah.
I delivered pizza for many years. That's why I bring that up, because once you knew the address, you knew the orientation, northwest, southeast. I knew which side of town to go immediately.
Yeah, no doubt.
Tons of people though, they'll go on a interstate for hours going the wrong direction. Well, I drove from Oregon to Washington yesterday in the evening. If the sun was not on my left, I know I'm going the wrong way. Going north, that bitch better be setting on my left. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no doubt. See, I'm kind of lucky because I installed carpet since I was little. I was reading maps for my uncle at 12 years old because he'd be driving to a job site and I would be telling him which road to take next and shit. So it's very good knowledge to know. If you can pick up a map and use it, man, that is so good. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't know that shit no more.
No, everybody's used to GPS telling you turn here, take a left.
Yeah.
500 feet, turn right.
Yep. Exactly. And they also have like playing cards for preppers. Like if you look it up, you can find a deck of cards, and on every card it'll have some kind of prepper knowledge on it or something. And I was thinking about getting her that too.
Idea. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Shoot, that'd be good for adults too.
Yeah. I mean, I was teaching my sons how to use a ferro rod. I posted a picture in YouTube a while back of both of them on the ground trying to use a ferro rod to start a fire and shit. Like my youngest son, he was like probably 4 when I started teaching him how to use a ferro rod. I mean, you just got to do it, man, and it's fun. It's actually fun. Hanging out with little ones and teaching them shit, and they get into it. Like my sons, they love that shit. When we would go camping and I would teach them outdoor shit and how to build a fire and keep a fire, man, they love that shit.
More receptive.
Yeah. All my kids cleaning fish, learning how to do it, and then actually doing it. I mean, and when I was a kid, I hated cleaning the fish, but with all my kids around, man, and me so hyped into fishing and shit, like they learned fishing like crazy. Like all my kids can fish like crazy.
So you mean Niecy taught them how to fish?
You ain't got a damn thing.
What's up, Roots?
I said, so Niecy taught them how to fish?
Yeah, right.
Sorry, Hutch. I'm sorry, Hutch. I talked over you there.
No, you're good.
You should see Niecy sometimes, man. She is so zoned in. If she starts catching them, it's like she's not even there anymore. Like her eye, she'll be holding a rod and looking off into space, just waiting to feel that nibble. I mean, she is a madman with a. Oh, I just wanted to point out something real quick though, just real quick. If y'all haven't noticed, Native's hair is no longer in a bun. Look at that. Look at them locks. Look at them locks.
Curls. You're trying to have his Beyonce moment there with it blowing in the wind.
Right? Beyonce ain't got nothing on this.
Right. Dude.
Yeah.
Let his hair down.
Yeah. But it's you know what? It's really good that you are showing the kids, the grandkids, the kids these things now, because like all they have now is like cell phones and TikTok and social media.
Boom! What's up, Ark Living? What's going on with your brother?
Man, you get out the internet.
Like, somebody send him a link.
I got a little bit of internet.
Why is it black and white, Art?
Right?
Yeah.
I thought it was
pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
It's Mayberry.
Mayberry. Nice.
It's kind of cool.
I thought it was me. I was like, is he in black and white, or am I not seeing color?
Right. It is black and white.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean,
Oh, look, no,
There's a little bit of blue
color.
in the. A little bit of color in the hat, I guess.
That dude's been prepping toilet paper, y'all. Look.
I saw it.
He's got the stash.
I hear you, brother.
Now we know where the shortages are of toilet paper.
You know who's got it all.
He's driving it.
Come on, that's just a little bit of toilet paper.
Just a smidge.
Man, when you got kids, you better have some extra toilet paper any damn. I mean, I'm telling you, they go through some toilet paper, Jack.
Yeah.
Girls, yeah.
Like, holy shit.
Ladies.
Hey,
No pun intended.
Get some of those wet wipes too, man. You get the flushable wipes and you add it in there and teach them to use those. They don't use as much toilet paper.
Yeah.
All of a sudden that stuff.
Yeah, but those aren't really flushable though. They clog some shit up. So I buy wipes by the case, but I never drop them in the toilet. It's just, even the flushable ones, they do clog it up. But I hear you though. I'm potty training a 4-year-old right now, and I'm telling you, man, they start taking grown man shits in Huggies, and it's like,
no doubt.
You know,
There's no doubt Virginia's a mom when she says that.
Right?
It's on my sister-in-law, and she's like, "This is not a joke."
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shit, man, it's pretty awesome to have y'all all here with me though, man, on this membership live, man. I appreciate all y'all being here, man. I just wanted to say that.
This is like
appreciate being here. Thank you.
Thank you for the invite.
Hey, you're talking about teaching kids when they're young. I started teaching my kids firearms when they were 4.
Nice.
Real quiet.
Yeah.
Right?
Girls are more receptive than guys, obviously, because they're more mature. But both of them learned when they were 4, and I broke all my guns down, and they cleaned them with me. And they got so freaking bored, they didn't give a crap about it. Like, I can leave, not that I do, but I can leave anything laying around, and they respect it. They know their safety rules. They know all 5. They know everything. Like, it's like the one thing I've got going for me is it's like ingrained in their brain.
Yeah.
But my daughter started shooting when she was 6.
Nice.
She's better than a lot of guys I know, which is sad. But she started shooting when she was 6. My son will start eventually.
Right.
He's 7, but that dude ain't touching a gun until he's like 10.
He's got other things to do.
You're right.
He ain't ready. He ain't ready.
Right.
Man, I get it. You know, I got 2 daughters and then Pickle. And I mean, my daughters, I mean, they I don't turn them loose with a rifle like they did me whenever I was their age, you know, but they're 10 and 12 and they respect firearms. You know, I could leave them laying around. They would never mess with them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Not, well, I mean, and I say laying around, y'all know what I'm saying. I didn't have to worry about them
You can take off your concealed carry, and they're good.
My little boy is like, you know, hey, is that fire? Yeah. Is that the same stuff that burned me yesterday? Yeah. Don't touch it. And they stick his finger.
Yes, it is.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's all boy. I think boys are just fucking bad, man.
Yeah, we're pretty stupid.
Yeah, my sons are terrible, man. Terrible.
Have to learn.
They just want to do shit. They just want to risk their life all the time.
Yep.
Like it's not fun unless they could die. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Can I get seriously hurt? Yes. Well, it's kind of interesting now. It's appealing. That's.
What? I could die? Let's do it.
Yep.
Nah, I won't die. I'll be all right. Here, hold my beer.
Right. And that's another thing.
I didn't think that would happen. Yeah.
I have 3 sons. 2 are 20, and 1 is 4. So you talk about a spread, but yeah, I've been a mom for over 2 decades, and I'm telling you what, reckless militant is exactly right. They'll get after it. It's nerve-wracking. However, if I had 3 daughters, I would have to worry about every cock on the planet. I have 3 sons, so I only have to worry about 3 cocks. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
If I had a daughter, I would be
but I might be misconstruing
myself.
Yes.
Beside myself, you know.
Facts.
Hey, me and my daughter go over techniques all the time on how she can disable somebody. So I can be worried, but that dude's not going to have eyeballs.
Right.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah,
that's good.
Or balls.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But I get you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be wild. Like y'all think like we're growing such a good relationship with each other. Like we're all becoming like real friends and shit, man. And 10 years from now, we're gonna see our kids being adults and shit. And they're probably gonna be taking over the YouTubes and shit by then. You know what I mean?
There'll be some other platform probably by then.
There is such a thing.
If shit don't hit the fan and go fucking completely bonkers, but
bro, they'll be doing like VR freaking social apps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Look, think about how the Oculus system is right now for computers.
Right.
Give that 10 years. It's going to be insane.
Yeah.
Because in just this short amount of time, going from remember the Nintendo VR, which was just dumb, to that right now. I mean, it's
you probably won't even need hardware. Like it'll be like, you know what I mean?
Like a neural.
Yeah.
Neuralink
controllers and the goggles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, look like Star Trek. Yeah, they do.
It'd be like, you ever seen that movie Gamer?
Yeah.
And the guy just sits in his little pad and he starts moving his hands around the walls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Have y'all done any research on that? I think I talked over somebody. Y'all know I got this Arkansas internet going on.
Nah, you didn't.
Have y'all done any research on that Clearview app that they're using in Australia?
Nah.
Can someone translate?
A Clearview app that Australia is using. What's up with it, Art?
QTB. What he said was.
I don't know.
If you look into it, the dude that did the startup on the app and everything, he created he had already made something else, some kind of Snapchat filter or something like that was one of the earlier things that he started with. And then like in 2018 or 2019 is when he started building a database for the Clearview stuff. And it's based off of, public social imaging and profiles and stuff like that from social media. It's one of the largest personal information databases that's ever been created.
Wow.
And the dude lives in New York.
Wow.
He's from Australia himself, but he sent demos of this software to a bunch of law enforcement agencies and stuff like that all over the world. And some of the programming language that's built into it was set up for the development of glasses, if you will, like sunglasses that you could put on for law enforcement personnel to be able to look at you in a crowded room or on a subway or something like that and know who you are, what your political affiliation is, where you work at, what your address is.
Wait, I think I saw this movie.
Right.
And
that's crazy, man.
Look it up. I mean, it's all out there on the internet, but don't nobody talk about it very much.
Yeah.
Well,
And
wait
that's
now.
what
Aren't
they're
there?
using that already over there, Arkansas. They're using that in Australia.
They're using the facial recognition part of it, but that same app was that Australia is using right now was rejected by part of the Canadian government, and I know that demonstration versions of it have been sent to different places in Europe. I think there's somewhere in the UK that's using it right now, if I get that right, maybe.
Yeah.
Or they've got it kind of like doing a trial run with it, and yeah, it's a thing. And one of the weird parts about it is that I can't remember the politician's name, but he went to MIT with one of the bigger politicians up there. He's buddy with a bunch of the bigwigs up there around in the New York area.
Wow.
This sounds like Google Glass. Those
that's
glasses
crazy.
that Google made, where they're smart glasses. You know, it's a hands-free computer. I mean, you wear them; they're glasses.
That's crazy. Look what Militant said, man. Could you imagine that? Like the police just walking around, like with their phones near you, and a pop-up bio pops up on you.
Like a video game?
That. Yeah, screw that. And they can just click on
the Terminator. Like the Terminator would look at somebody.
Right.
I think it's already here. To be honest with you, I don't think they're using it to that extent, but I think it's here.
In America,
like I said, the structure and the programming language is already there. They're bound to at least have prototypes of it if they ain't got nothing else.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. Well, I mean, look at cell phones. They had cell phone technology back in the 60s, and the government was using it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. One of my videos, my dad.
You're right, man. They probably have been using this.
Yeah, my dad. We talk about shit every day, and he sent me this message on my cell phone. He was like, "Son, you got to click this app. Go ahead and get into the app." He's in Vegas. He's like, if you log in and you put in your information, you can go anywhere, and you don't have to worry about official identification, your driver's license, nothing. And it's like it's one of those apps. You know, I don't even want to say it, but it's one of the apps that has all your information. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll play along with you. You know, you shouldn't have did it, but what information did they want? And they wanted everything: email, address, social, all that stuff. But the kicker is that they needed you need to take 3 pictures with your cell phone, 2 from each side and 1 straight on. And that's the facial recognition. And that's already in play in Vegas, California, and New York.
And people are jumping at the chance to use it. Like your dad was excited about it.
Exactly. Yeah. It probably won't show up on my phone, but it's something like that. You know what I mean? And I don't want to do too much, but yeah, he sent it to me, and I'm like, "Come on, Dad, we talk about this every day. What are you doing?
Hey, take that phone away from you. What are you doing?"
Seriously,
right? That's a way to make it invisible to be gray too, because you figure if you're gray for 30 years and you come into town once and a cop's got that set on, and then nothing pops up about you, that. Hey, what's going on with this guy? Then they just
red flag.
Yeah, long enough to get every single inch of your face, and you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
That movie you're talking about, or not talking about, was Anon.
There you go. Yeah.
You know, Arkansas.
This is down a rabbit hole, but I'm thinking those the black light poles, the telephone, the light poles on the streets. I'm seeing more and more of those randomly in my neighborhood. Seriously, I think that at some point, like you'll be in your car and you'll be going down the street and down the road, and they'll be able to tell if you're good or you're not good just by that. You're sitting in your car driving.
Oh, I want to tell y'all something. Now that you mentioned that. Just Josh. No bullshit, man. Me and Niecy were riding down the road.
Yep.
And this was probably about like 7 o'clock in the evening. It wasn't dark yet, but there was no traffic lights. There was nothing. There was some stores on the right side and there was woods on the left side. And the entire street took a picture. I don't know where it came from. There was nothing. It was like a flash, and it was bright as hell. and it was right beside me. It wasn't like it caught me in the front or behind. It was right beside me, and it just said, "Boom!" And I asked Nisa, I was like, "What the hell was that?"
Yeah.
And she was like, I guess they were taking. I wasn't speeding. There wasn't no crazy shit going on. Like I don't know what the hell that was, man. But they were clocking something. And you know, I ride around in the bug out, man. That thing looks like a tank. You know what I'm saying?
It's a wrap, PT. They got you.
It made me think. It makes me think. It made me think. It made me think, no doubt.
Yeah.
Arkansas. Can you hear? Hey, you're talking about that technology for the glass and stuff. That's the movie Anon. ANON. It's on Netflix.
Anon?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was like years ago, but I mean, that's what it basically is, except for they had like a neural link.
Yeah. Is it a good movie?
At people, and they would see everyone's profile. Like as the officer looked at it, they'd see everyone's profile and it'd record everything and all that kind of crap.
One scale of 1 to 10.
Can you write that down?
I see the trailer right now. Yeah.
Anon.
ANON. It's a 2018 movie.
But so this is what kills me. It's just that all these things are in place. We can even see where it's going. Like down the road, we can see where this is going. It's a slow burn, and we're just like, all right, well, we'll just, military's gonna be moving into healthcare and shipping and Cali, and it's they're coming.
But it's got to be the slow burn, though. It's got to be that long, slow slide, because that's how you get everything normalized and get everyone to accept it and say, no, because Europe's always been at war with Eurasia, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
this is the longest long game ever.
Yeah, the country's got to spit on it first before they shove it in us.
And they're learning, too. They're learning as they go.
Yeah.
They might have to tweak some things along the way.
Yeah. Like January 6th didn't work out for them the way that they're trying to make it out to be. No one believes it's a real insurrection. I mean,
it wasn't an insurrection. People went in and took pictures of themselves, took selfies.
Exactly.
They stayed within the velvet ropes,
telling them to come on in. That video of it. How's it an insurrection?
Oh yeah. Well, we just forget that part. We weren't talking about that.
No one has been charged with insurrection. They've all been charged with like trespassing and vandalism. Parading.
Federal trespass. How's it trespass? It's a public.
Exactly.
Public
and
building.
The cops told them to come in. I mean,
but they feared for their lives. That's why they told them to just come on in. That's why they weren't stopped. That's what they said.
Gotcha.
All that bullshit.
What you talking about, Silverback? What you talking about? China sent over the top of Australia.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
What?
What was it?
Oh.
Please do tell.
Yeah.
Please do tell.
Josh, hook us up.
Silverback's got it. What was it like? It was like was it a missile or something? Or was it like
what?
It was something having to do with like the whole nuclear deal or something like that. Yeah, it happened recently. Yeah,
how they got
happy about that. So
passed over for their little deal or whatever.
Yeah, but supposedly it legit came over. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, ballistic.
Man, China's got Australia shook, man.
Are we in a position to defend any of these places? That's what I want to know. Are we in a position?
Anymore.
No,
not anymore. I think we were.
Yeah, agreed. I don't know, man. Okay, so y'all did the whole Australia thing. So we know what's going on in Australia. We see what's happening, and it's like, oh man, let's pray for Australia. And everybody's like, it's coming here. We know it's coming here eventually. It's coming, and we're just gonna wait for it.
Hey, just Josh, it's already here in Washington.
Oh yeah.
No, I can send it to you.
I sent it to him already.
Oh, I need to go back and check my.
It was about the concentration. Well, let me say it different.
Right.
The quarantine.
Facilities.
Facilities. Yes.
Campgrounds. The campgrounds.
Thank you, Samus. Thank you.
The private campgrounds.
But it's like I was telling Tribe that I sent it to Lady Rowan too, and we were talking about it. Yeah. She called me and she's like, "But the CDC already debunked it." And I was like, "What?" So I looked it up, and what they debunked is calling them detention camps. It's like they're not detention camps; they're quarantine camps.
Visitors.
Oh, okay.
Visitors.
But you're detained there to be in quarantine. So,
but it goes to show you, it's like Native said. It goes to show you. We're talking about Lady Rowan, who is heavy prepping with Native. You know, constantly around Native. That's her husband. She knows what's up, and she still looks at it like, well, you know, it ain't that. It's this. It's like you really. People will. I'm not trying to talk shit about Lady Rowan. I love her to death. But it just goes to show that it's so simple to fall for something. Even me, sometimes I fall for something for like an hour or two, and then I think about it. I'm like, oh, hell no, that ain't what the hell it is, man. What the fuck was I thinking? How can I fall for that?
And there's so much false information. Like I went and looked it up because I trust her. So I went and looked it up, and she was right. They did debunk it, but the semantics of it is still the same.
Yeah. That's what words you're using. Words have meaning. You say detention, that's scary, that's legal, that's what do you mean I'm being detained? No, quarantine. Because everyone's like, oh no, well, you need to be quarantined. Everybody needs to be quarantined. We don't want to get sick. Public health and safety. Public health and safety.
Hey,
you know?
That's the exact reason why I looked up the job listing.
Because
I looked at that, I was like, oh, and I sent it, and I was like, hold up, am I being duped? And I did the exact same thing. I was like, hold on. I started looking all. I was like, oh, there it is, right there.
Yeah, and you should look into what's being hired. Is security going to be there? Is it security jobs? Are you going to carry a weapon while you're there if you work there? You know, shit like that.
Yeah,
I mean, you could call a place a massage parlor, and then when you get there, they're beating the shit out you with bats. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
massage.
There's going to be weapons there, but someone's got to protect you while you're in isolation.
That's right.
right.
So they have them for you.
It's for your protection.
And it's going to look like a damn prison. You know, it's going to have the barbed wire fences and this and that and that and this, and they'll have a reason for this and that. It's going to be. I mean, come on, man.
Well, they've got one that's outside. I want to say outside Heathrow Airport. I'm not 100%, but there is one in England because I saw some video on it, and the people were walking around in the yard along the side of the fence, and people pulled up. There's a road that ran alongside it, and they pulled up alongside the fence, and this couple was talking to this, I think it was a man, and they're like, hey, what is this? And he's like, yeah, no, we're detained, quarantined, whatever, for however long coming into the country. And one of the people that worked there walked along and was like, hey, you got to keep moving. It was like prison yard. They were out walking the yard for exercise, you know. And this guy, the guard or whoever comes up and tells the man, he tries to tell me he has to move. And he's like, I don't have to move. You can't tell me not to do that. I can talk to whoever I want. And they got into it. Wow. And the guy finally backed off and went to go get backup, go get someone else to come along and tell him, look, you can't talk to these people. And they're yelling, why can't he talk to us? What's wrong? It was freaky. Yeah, it's already in the UK.
But this is why I'm prepping right now. The way that I'm prepping. Seriously, we know what's coming. Australia, we know what's coming. And it's like, you know, everybody is kind of still just like, all right, well, it'll, you know, we know, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I'm prepping the way that I'm prepping, seriously, because I don't know if it's going to be a whole big 1776. It's a slow burn, but we know what's coming. We already know.
Hey, never mind. That's for another time. My bad.
What's that?
All right.
What's that?
I was just saying, you know how other states kind of do things and it kind of leaks into other states and all that kind of stuff? You know how Newsom is such a fearless leader?
Yeah.
He just announced his mandate for school children.
Yeah, I saw it.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
K through 12? Is that what?
All I'm saying is I'm all for the freedom of the fact. Like, I mean,
right? Yeah.
Everybody should have their own damn fucking choice, you know? I mean, it's your kid. I remember, you know what? Not even with all this shit. I remember when I was working overseas and I would only be back for like 35 days, and I would sit there and I'd take my girl out of school so I can hang out with her and like have fun, right? And do stuff. And the day before I left, I went up there early to pull her out like 30 minutes early. And the principal was like, was like, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm pulling my daughter out. She's like, you just did that yesterday. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. It's my daughter. Freaking bring her up here. Like,
what business is it of yours? Yeah.
Like, it's that ownership, man. They think that they're like the thing I think I showed you, Native. I think the deprogramming.
Yeah.
That's a legit thing that they had on. Like, They're just open about everything. They'll say everything and all this stuff because it doesn't even freaking matter. They could say like they're gonna make clowns go to school and everyone's gonna sit there and be like, that's stupid. But they just said it.
Yeah, Biden's already talking about mandating pregnant women get the shot, man.
Oh man,
mandating it.
I'm just saying you start controlling any. I don't know. I'm tired of stuff in our life being controlled. That's it.
It doesn't make sense.
I got a word for that for the wanting to give the jab to pregnant women. Thalidomide.
Yeah.
We have no idea what the long-term effects are. We have no idea.
I heard today that the two spots in our country that are like, okay, one, California, because supposedly they have a 85% people who, but then Florida is better than California.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, as far as the number of, yeah.
But at the same time, maybe it's because they have the freedom to choose.
It doesn't make sense though. You know what I'm saying? And so your homeboy Newsom was like, well, we understand that this is going to be a continuing thing. It's going to be cyclical year by year. Things will change and we will need to continue doing, Florida's better than Cali right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Exactly. I was watching a lady today. She was from Texas, and they're talking about the new law in Texas for abortion. Yeah. And, that she was speaking out against it, and she actually said that. She said abortion is an act of love. And I was like, wow, we've come a long ways from just saying pro-choice, my body, my choice, to saying abortion is an act of love.
You see how they compared abortion to gun violence?
No, what?
Yeah. They were talking about I don't remember the area it was at, but you can look it up. Colin Noir did a thing on it, I believe it was, and they were talking about that the abortion rate is gone down so low, but it's not going to matter because the violence, firearms violence has risen to take over what we would have lost in children. Basically, it was the infant mortality rate. Sorry,
wow,
but infant mortality rate. And they're saying, they're comparing it to gun violence. They're like, how the hell does this even go together?
Yeah.
I wish someone would have been there to let her say her piece, and then have all the big blown up pictures of what happens to the different ways they abort babies when they burn them with the salt, and show them pictures. Say, is this an act of love? Or show how the doctor goes in with those razor sharp steps and just sticks them up there and chops the baby up, and then they suck it out in a tube. Is this an act of love? And see what she would say. How would she defend that? We got to get ruthless with these people and stop letting them say whatever they want, and then we're afraid to argue back with them. Screw them.
Gotcha. Arkansas. What's up, brother?
Yeah,
get down Dart Road.
Arkansas. Is this the New World System coming into play? Biblically speaking, because I know, brother, you had too many Bibles and you didn't know what to do with all those Bibles. You're like, I'm gonna send those Bibles to people who need them. Is this the New World System, or is this just chaos? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's hard to think that we ain't headed that direction, but it's been generations and generations and generations that thought it was going to be there in their lifetime also.
Okay.
We've had real sicknesses, whatever you want to call the demic or whatever you want to pick your code word. We've had real ones in the past. We've had extreme overreach and government control, genocide, all the different things in the past before.
Okay.
If you think about, our great grandparents and some of the things that they saw in their lifetime, and my great great grandparents, that saw from Orville and Wilbur Wright all the way to, space travel,
right.
Whatever you want to call it. And they thought stuff was going to happen then,
Gotcha.
It's not, nobody knows except the Father. I just know stuff sucks right now, and
Gotcha.
I'm sitting in this room with buckets of stuff.
Yeah,
So,
It's the stuff, right?
that's all I can tell you.
I can appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah.
Where did we lose? Hutch?
Yeah, where did Hutch and Roots go?
Where'd they sneak off to? Just kidding.
Let me ask y'all this: do y'all think that government control and government? Because you think about like back in the 50s and shit, you couldn't have Playboy magazine. You could, you know, being gay, you could never do that out in public. Do you think government is more powerful now than it was, say, back in the 20s when it was like prohibition and, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think it's worse now?
Technology.
I do too. I think laws and bills and all that are being put in place and shit that really takes away, but.
Plus the perception and the acceptance that they have the right to do what they're doing is
technology.
Yeah.
They don't have the same means to sit there and convince the mass populace of whatever they want to believe, like they do now. I mean, they could reach freaking millions of people instantly just by putting a celebrity up there and saying, "Hey, say this freaking script."
Yeah.
I still think, and who was it? I don't know if Hutch was. I think Hutch was talking about it. I pointed out he's not even here, but I think he was talking about back in like the late 1800s. They tried to implement the automatic withdrawal of federal income taxes out of your money, right? And it got denied. People fought back against it. It was like, no, we'll pay you when you get your money. And then again in the early 1900s, like 1909 or 10 or something, it was early. They tried it again and it passed.
Wow.
That was like the first time they actually started taking money out of our paycheck before we got it. You know what I mean?
Screwed.
Wow.
And that's another thing too, is like nowadays, no matter what they do to us, we can't fight back. Like they just do whatever they want and we can't stop them from doing it. Back in the days, like you said, we stood up and said, no, we ain't having that. And they had to stop and you know, try again later or whatever. But nowadays, and they're doing so much bullshit. It's unbelievable. And there's nothing we can do. It's just like, well, it's another thing. It's another thing.
But who wants to be a martyr? And I don't want to go morbid, but who wants to be a martyr in a society where literally if you stand up and you even have the grounds to do so and you have a good argument, whatever it is, you're going to be silenced for one. You're going to be painted as whatever they need to be, and you're going to be implemented into whatever they need for their agenda. You know what I mean? You're just another you're another racist, you're another this, you're another that. You're another whatever they need you to be to implement what they're doing, right? Like your Black Swan event you're talking about, Nate, I pointed that. Dang, I did.
Yeah, man.
Wrong way.
And now we live in a society. This is what Sandwich was talking about in the other live, where people like Howard Stern are saying "F your freedom." You know, my freedom. If you believe that, then you're saying "F your own freedom," you idiot. You know what I mean? Like
the free, my freedoms. Like really,
it's not their
Howard
freedoms
Stern
though.
is almost a billionaire. Screw him.
Wow.
No, it's not the same freedoms. He said F your freedom.
Right.
Not
He didn't
ours.
say F his own freedom, right?
Yeah, not his, yours.
Look at the gala, look at the Emmys, and look at all these different things where they do what they want to do, and it's not rules for thee, it's rules for their people that are serving them food, people that are opening their doors. Everybody else it's rules for, but not for them. So when they're saying F your freedom, they're literally talking about you, peasants. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be mean, I'm sorry.
No, Tim Pool talked about this. Tim Pool talked about how he's answering. You can answer him. I just want. He was talking about how people should be the rich people should really start poking at us poor folks because he was talking about how like you can't get on a plane without showing your card. But if you're rich, you can order a private jet and you ain't got to worry about it. Like you know, if you're a performer, you can set up a venue in New York City right now and ain't got to worry about nothing. But if you're a viewer of that performance, you got to go by all these rules and regulations and shit and mandates and bullshit. It's true, man. The rich can do whatever the fuck all these mandates, all this shit they're doing to us. The rich don't have to worry about that shit. They got the money to bypass all this shit. And it's fucked up.
They've been planning this, I think, for years, for decades. where we're at right now, they have been planning this. That's why I always say we are reactionary. They've been planning this, man. Like, I've been prepping since Y2K, but they've been planning this since like the 50s, brother. They have
People are living too long. People are living too long.
Hey, at the same time as these people being able to do whatever they want, and I'll give them this. If I was able to do whatever I want, I'm not going to go against myself. I might say, hey, this isn't right. You know what I mean? But they're still eating their own.
Yeah.
They're still eating their own. Look at Nicki Minaj, look at Rihanna, and what's going on with them right now.
Yeah.
What's going on with them?
Huh?
What's going on? They got a beef?
They've been red pilled.
Well,
Rihanna too?
I like that.
No, stop. Shut up.
Oh, shit. I'm always too late.
No. There you go. Bring it up.
Arkansas right there.
Bring it up. Arkansas, you spelled stuff wrong.
Funny.
He looked at it. Hey, everyone, he looked at it. There you go.
Hey, real quick. Hey, Tribe.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta hop off, man. I'm so freaking tired. I gotta go. I gotta get sleep.
I got you.
I appreciate you having me here on the backstage on the Secret Society.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out with us.
It's been a good time. I really enjoyed it.
Absolutely, Sandwich.
Y'all have a good night.
You too. Appreciate you.
Good night.
Good night, Sandwich.
Good night. Bye, y'all.
Now, who you talk about, Tribe? Which one? Have you heard about Nicki Minaj or Rihanna, or just one or the other?
I heard about Nicki Minaj, standing up saying this is some fucked up shit, but I didn't hear nothing about Rihanna.
Oh, she got flack because she wore a shirt that says "Speak up before it's illegal."
Yeah, I seen that.
I
did see that.
I think that's what it is. It was basically like talk or say something before it's illegal.
Yeah.
But you can look it up. She got flack for that because going against the system.
Yeah, man.
Anyways, so how about them football teams?
I gotta say this, man, because I've talked to Denise about it, and I'm not trying to be bringing race into it, but if you look at everything that's going on, and I look at the hood, man, and I'm like, that could be one of the saviors for this country, if you think about it, man, because they're gonna have the hardest time controlling the hood. They can't control it now. They've never been able to control it. Well, I guess back in the days they controlled it, but the hood is rough, man. And I know there's places around Maryland, close to DC and in DC, that police won't even go into, man. It's ran by people that live there. It's ran by the bigwigs, and I see, and you look at the voices. Man, if black folks start really standing up to this fucking government, they could be a powerful fucking force in saving. You know what I'm saying? Just.
I think it's the fear aspect. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think it's the fear aspect. You turn up the fear, and then all that gets shut down. I know what you're saying. There's always gonna be a few that's gonna stand and fight.
Yeah.
But they crank up that fear, that MSM, they turn it up a little bit, and you're gonna have people,
The only thing that kills me, and I agree with you, Tribe. I agree with you, Josh. I hate how we still, because as much as we're freedom and a republic and all this different stuff, we're still Marxist in ways, right? Yeah. We still classify people. We still classify people to the point where it separates people, and I agree with you because I know what you're talking about. But I'm just saying, I wish it wasn't. And you can't go against it right now. You've got to go. You got to fight your battles in order. So you can't just be like, oh well, no, we're not going to do that. No, you've got to go a certain direction. So yeah, it is. If they would stand up, it would flip the script, I think. And then down the road, hopefully someday. We wouldn't be putting ourselves in the middle class, lower class, the black community, the white, meth labs. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the different kinds of
Right.
There's good people, there's bad people, there's whatever of everything, and we keep on classifying ourselves.
But if there's anybody in this country,
oh, you're right. No,
that shouldn't trust the government, It's the black man. It's the black man. You know what I'm saying? And Josh, I'm not trying to single you out down there.
No, you're good.
But you know what I'm saying? I mean, in all honesty, I mean,
I can speak from first-hand experience.
Yeah, the shit that has been done throughout the decades.
Oh, yeah. No, I know what you're saying. What I'm seeing, I mean, you know, just what I'm seeing though, seriously, is like it's a fear aspect. You know what I'm saying? It's like
right.
You know, it's the fear aspect. A lot of black people that I see, I mean, they're somewhat educated on what's going on and what's not going on, but it's the fear. You know what I mean? Yeah. Look, okay, y'all already know. If you hear a noise, if you hear a gunshot, if there's any black people, they're not gonna stop to see who's shooting, what's going on around the corner. They're out, they're gone, and that's how it is. This MSM cranks.
What we running for? I don't know. We're just running.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm out.
I'm the one dumbass just still standing there looking around. Where'd he come from?
Yeah. So, you know, well, maybe we can help. No, we're out. But so MSM cranks that shit up, man. I'm just saying. You're getting a lot of high profile, like you know, NBA players and singers, and but you crank up the MSM, and I don't know. The fear aspect is something that's gonna push a lot of those people to going along with the get along.
Well, I sure hope that Nicki and Rihanna and some of these other high-profile entertainers or start, if they keep standing up, you know, more and more people.
Yeah.
You know,
they can afford it.
I think they'll see it. I think we'll see it. I think we'll see it. That it'll change the dynamic because there's more people that are, and I don't want to say right or left side or anything, but more freedom minded than there are. That plays out, you know, on the media. I know there is. You know, there's some outspoken ones that have been outspoken forever that are like, fuck you guys. I'm so like they're so wealthy or popular. You're not going to not cast them,
right?
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And so many of our population just aren't paying attention to.
Yeah,
they don't care.
But I mean, look at what's going on now. With, you know, police brutality and all that. Police don't want to get involved with black folks in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like they're already helping in a way. Like people look at it in a bad way. You got to look at the good things too, because if it comes down to mandates and police states and shit like that, like that's you got to look at different things, man. And some of the things are actually good.
Yeah, you wind up in prison with one account of manslaughter, one account of third-degree murder, and one account of second-degree murder. Which
there's no way in hell I'd ever want to be a cop right now.
Right?
Yeah. Ever.
Right.
So yeah, going back to what we were talking about like, you know, like black people and how they feel about all this, right? So Jehovah's Witness, I you know, a couple Jehovah's Witness, black Jehovah's Witness. I really wanted to ask them what they thought about all this, right? Because they roll a little different, you know, no blood transfusions and all that other stuff. So I'm like, you know, what do you think about all this? You gonna go for it, or you're not gonna go for it? And they were like, no, our religion says that we can go for it. I've done it. We're doing it, and they are super skeptical. Like they don't go with the normal flow of no holidays, you know what I mean? All that type of thing. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, no, we're doing it. We're doing it. We got the green light. And so I'm like, all right.
So you think that's the fear factor?
Yes. Because they don't go with the flow. They don't no Thanksgiving, no Christmas, no birthdays, you know. Yeah. Right. So that was surprising to me. I try to do a little questioning and research here and there. You know what I mean?
Fear and influence. People want to be known for something too.
Yeah.
And I know.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
My bad, man.
I
just not only white people and black people, but other folks too. I mean, you think about these other folks that come from these countries that were, you know, like Cubans or these countries that are communistic, and they come here to get away from that shit. And a lot of them gotta be like, no, this.
Yes.
America can't go this route. We got to stand up against this shit because this is what we fought to get away from.
Yeah, Cubans aren't having it. Communism? No, they're not having it. They're like, nah, we seen this. What are you doing?
A lot of Asians too, like Vietnamese. Like there's this one lady I follow on Instagram. She runs. I think it's against Pelosi. She's trying to get in office in California, and she's like super right. She hates Democrats, man, and she talks about it all the time, how her family fought to come to America because of communism and the North Vietnamese and all that shit, man. And I know there's got to be more than just her. You know, it's a lot.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy too. Is like the right runs the world or runs the nation, right? The right runs it, and by that I mean if you look at a map and you look at the counties broken up, right is producing, right is doing. On that scale, on a left and right scale, the right is doing, and the left is primarily in huge condensed cities, and they're consuming. Everyone's consuming, but I mean they're huge consumers, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happens if you knock out everybody that's producing for the nation? Just saying.
Yeah. Night, brother.
Yeah. Nation falls.
Night,
Silverback. Another Missouri brother.
Y'all know
sir.
just about everything that y'all talked about.
Yeah, parasitic.
Any users.
Gosh,
it's deep, man.
I'm just over here prepping.
What's up, Rick?
I think Arkansas said something, but I missed it. You cut out a little bit.
I was just going to say just about everything y'all have been talking about for the last 10 or 15 minutes. If you take this back to the Civil War, y'all are pretty much talking about the Civil War. Especially when, when Josh started talking, or not the other Josh.
Yeah.
Right.
POTB started talking about the blue and the red, and stuff like that. The producing and the consuming and who's getting taxed and who ain't, who's providing the taxes and who's consuming, all that kind of stuff, all the different classifications of folks, the propaganda, the political influence on it, the way that taxes were structured and stuff like that before the Civil War and after states' rights.
Yeah.
We've already done this one time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Scary part.
You think it's coming? You think that this is all going to lead up to another CW?
We're too widespread now. We're not. I don't think. I mean, I think if we have some kind of balkanization, it's not going to be just two groups. And if that happens, I don't think there's going to be a war about it. It's going to happen. I mean, there'll be a lot of chaos, but if there is some kind of balkanization like that, it's not going to be like the Civil War was. We ain't going to be out there shooting each other with smoke balls and stuff, I don't think. Not on a large scale, anyway.
Right.
I've heard that.
Right.
I mean, we're in something right now.
I think we're already kind of like a cold Civil War.
Yeah, we're in something. I mean, it's with the 5th gen and the 4th gen, man. There's enough going on, but I don't think we'll ever be in a civil war in the aspect that people think of a civil war, violent.
I think we're eroded where it just collapses.
Yeah, I think you could be in something where people start getting tribal.
Yeah.
And people start protecting their neighborhoods and people start protecting their areas.
Yeah. Have y'all seen that movie, Free State of Jones, with Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah.
It's on Netflix.
Great movie.
Now. And it's a true story, man. I looked it up. A lot of those details are real. And that actually happened in states all over the Union during the Civil War. Counties and cities and townships, people would just say, screw all the government, the North and the South. We're going to take care of ourselves. And they fought both sides. It happened right here in Robinson County, like where the Lumbee people are from. The Home Guard, man, the Confederate Army had the Home Guard, and all they were doing was raping and robbing and pillaging all the Southern while the war was going on the fronts. And so people started fighting back, and that's how it started. And then the Union started winning the war and coming in and doing the same thing, and people were fighting them too. They're like, screw y'all, screw the United States, we're our own thing. I think that's something like that might happen.
People getting an effed up mindset when you start taking over there, you start controlling, and you start getting that dominating feeling.
Yeah.
Start doing stupid shit.
Right.
I sure would love to do what Hutch was talking about with like growing a community and starting our own community and having a tight knit 100 people together that's ready to just fuck everybody else. Let's do our thing. I mean,
everybody doing their thing. Yeah.
You know, my only problem is with that. If that succeeds and it grows years and years and decades, that shit turns into the government again.
But look at the Amish. Look at the Mormons or whatever it is. I mean, not always. It don't always turn back into the government. You know what I mean?
The Amish roll different.
They still got somebody telling them what to do.
But they go
to the communities.
A lot of
but
Amish and Mennonite turned into the Mormons. Your Puritans and all of that. I was raised LDS, and when I do my genealogy, I end up hitting Mennonites and Amish communities as well as many other things. But they all roll over into each other. This is 5th generational, 6th generational, etc. warfare. So are we in a CW again? Yeah, already we are. It's and the ammunition is cognitive dissonance.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hit hard, Roots. Hit hard. But I do want to say that just because it hasn't been done doesn't mean it can't be done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if we just sit around saying, oh, we can't do this, we can't do that, this can't be done, it'll just turn into it. And I'm not shitting on nobody for what you do, because I understand, but it just comes a time, man. We only live once, and we got to leave this place something, man. I mean, we got to do something. And I know we're doing a little something with this YouTube shit, and we're all connecting and we're getting together, but we could do brilliant things. We could do things that ain't never been done before, man. If we just fucking try.
Yeah.
You know?
I think part of it is we're just now realizing the cultural aspect of a society. And it's been neglected for so long. Like most of us said, oh, it don't matter. Politics, and that's where it is. That's where society grows, but it's not. The cultural aspect has been one of the most important parts of it. Now it's totally corrupted by the establishment.
Yeah.
I think we're just
dirty.
We're just now getting fed up with politics. Like, like just now, recently, there's been enough bullshit that we're just now getting fed up, and more people are like, it's not the right, it's not the left, it's the whole thing,
the whole system, man.
You know what's messed up?
Now getting to that point,
I've been fed up with politics since I got into it.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like immediately when I got it, like back in like 2010 or something like that.
Yeah,
because I wasn't in it before. I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
But then I started listening to both sides do all this. I started getting pissed off then. I can only imagine what people felt like before and just watching things happen. I didn't vote. I didn't vote when I was 18. I didn't vote when I was 22, 24, 20. I never voted.
Yeah, I got you.
I didn't either. But I say it like this, man. We need leaders. Like I would never rat. I would never snitch to the police, and it's not about I don't want to look like a rat to anybody else. I don't want, it's not about, that's the rules to the game. It's about my soul.
Yeah.
Like I live so strong on that, and I've been put in situations where a motherfucker would have cracked and ratted.
Yeah.
I just won't rat ever in my life. It's one of the biggest things about me. You will never catch me ratting on a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Now, and that's something about me that's very strong, and that anybody who's ever around me, they will know for the rest of their life that I will never rat on them. It's just won't. We need leaders that care about certain things, like, so they won't be broken because it's in their soul. They can't help but to be like this. Not somebody that's going to get into politics and just go, oh, you'll give me $1 million. Okay, cool. There are some people out there that don't give two shits about money, but it's very few, and it's hard to keep a motherfucker on track. But they are like Suge Knight. Suge Knight wanted to be a gangster more than anything else. He gave his life to be a gangster. You know what I'm saying? And we need leaders. We need people to be in positions that don't care about anything else but we love the people or we want this country to be free. We need somebody who cares more about freedom in their soul than anything else, and nothing will ever break it. That's the only way we're gonna have people fix this fucking country.
That can't flourish in DC though, brother. That's the problem. When I started hearing the phrase "we're gonna drain the swamp," I was like, "Yes, please, I'll have more of that." But it's the swamp. You can go in that shit being like an absolute angel, dressed in pure white with good intentions, but you're gonna get in there and start mixing and mingling with these other snakes, and it kills you.
But let me say this: fuck them.
Yeah,
fuck them. I'm talking about starting something else.
That's what it's gonna take.
See, that's the hard part though. You ever seen I know it's a show, but you ever seen Designated Survivor?
Nah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a series. It'll make it's about, well, I don't want to ruin it for anybody, so close your ears. But it's about a dude that is genuinely good at heart. He's sinner, I guess you would say, or whatever. And by the end, I mean, if you don't want me to, you just realize he succumbed to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it basically throughout the thing, kind of you realize that you got to do these twisted ass like crack deals inside politics to make what you want to happen. So you're like, oh, I want, this community to get new housing because I'm trying to build this place up.
Yeah. And
then the people you want to are already so corrupt.
Right.
That you've got to do stupid ass. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
I've said it before. I think we're so far gone that I think we need
Yes.
I think we need a grid down across the entire world.
It's too late
across the entire world.
Start over
to reset it. Yeah, it's we're like that teacher,
real reset.
You're growing and going. You go, oh, nope, fuck it, let's go back. We done messed up.
But it's gonna be a whole lot of pain and heartache and.
But people are
watering those. What is it? Watering the tree of liberty or something like. Yeah, it's
the tree of liberty must be watered with the blood of tyrants and patriots.
Thank you, brother. It's just like dying. You have to go through it to see whatever's on the other side, brother. And like I said, a lot of people they got those freezers full of like steaks and ground beef and all types of goodies.
Leslie, what's up?
Yeah. We got a better chance at hooking up with people and building something just with this YouTube thing. You think about how many people we can touch and get a hold of and talk, and think about how many minds are alike in this community and shit. Like they didn't have this back when George Washington wanted to start his thing in America. And I'm not saying take out the government or no shit like that, but to start our own thing, we could have 100,000 people just to begin with. I mean, it's if we could reach them, and this is a great place to reach them. If we really started reaching and connecting, and people really started saying, "Hey, we need something else. We need to build something else." Why couldn't we do it? You live one fucking time. Why not take a chance and really try to do something to build a congregation? I don't know what it's called. A family. A
community. A real community.
A real one, man. And get together. Take the fucking trip. Let's pick a place and say let's all get together and don't have no fucking excuses. When there was a 1 million man march in DC, there was people coming from California, Georgia. There was people broke making their way on buses to get to that motherfucker because it was important to them. Well, this should be important to people. This right here should be important. America is falling. We need to do something.
It will be.
Hey,
and this is cool. With 90 acres of land, virgin land, you can build a self-sustainable society for 50,000 people with just 90 acres. for 50,000. Imagine if you had, a couple of 100 acres with just, a few hundred people. A community you could build.
Got 166 out here we could buy.
And we got a plan already. You got the Constitution. You could run your community off of the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? This is it. We're going to stick to this. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go through the hard times. Yeah, there'll be that crazy dude that murders somebody, and we'll have to deal with it. Yeah, there'll be, some fucked up shit that happens. There's going to be people that come in and do the wrong things, and we'll deal with it. But we'll go by this. It's already laid out for us. It's boom. It's right there. And when the government tries to come in or whatever, we'll have to deal with it. But if we got a big enough family, big enough community, there ain't a whole lot they can do.
Yeah.
We got 200,000 motherfuckers.
Take all that and take your Bill of Rights, all that stuff, and rewrite it so it's a little more descriptive for them.
Right.
Yeah.
They were only human, man. Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, all these dudes, they were only humans that had a idea and went with it.
I think they did a good job so far.
It's laid out perfectly fine. The problem is that people think there's interpretation.
Yes.
You'd have to rewrite things so much that it'd be like, no, jackass. This is okay.
Yeah.
And then they probably turn around and be like, well, he didn't mean that.
Right.
Like, no, but then he wrote it in ink.
Yeah.
And you could go by law, like you don't have to. Like, I see other things like the Branch Davidians in Waco. Like, they made mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could do it. You could do it and build it right. The Amish don't get fucked with. The Mormons, I mean, they get fucked with a little bit when they start fucking with little kids and shit. But other than that, I mean, they don't get fucked with. They got a huge community. They do their own thing. I mean, and I'm not saying we gotta be fucking wearing fucking curtains and shit, and I don't. I'm not trying to shit on nobody, but you know what I'm saying. Like, we could do our own thing, man, and we could really fucking do it if we really put our minds to it. And we got a bunch of brilliant minds. We all talk. We could get it done. All the people in the chat, all the people we talk to all the time, man. And this is when else in history have you been able to reach across every state in America, even across countries, and talk to people and be a part of something? Like this is fucking great to try to do something like that.
Make Art living with the president, and we'll be set.
What's up? What's up?
I said we make Art living the president, and we'll be okay.
Done deal.
Right?
I nominate.
As soon as he figures out the internet, we'll be fine.
No, son of a... We're never going to get a president at that rate.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, I look at all kinds of different shit, man. I look at like tribes in Africa, and you look, they live so simple, and they're all happy, and they're just. We don't have to. Fuck these extra little things that we get all the time. Oh, you can have all this stuff. Shit we don't need. 90% of the shit in my house I don't need.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And if you build relationships with humans, that's what we're supposed to do anyway. That's true happiness. I mean, imagine having 100 people that you truly love and that truly love you. Holy shit.
Yeah, eating dinner together.
How glorious would that be? Now, besides POTB, you're just going to be a maniac assassin, but we'll all love you. You know what I'm saying?
Must get opposition.
He's my neighbor.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, you ever looked up America's standard of living compared to its quality of life?
Right.
Look up like countries' standard of living and countries' quality of life, and you'll see how low we are. Like just on just depression and all these different things that destroys our quality of life. Because we've got a whole bunch of stuff, like you were saying. We got all these TVs and all these Xboxes and all this crap, and all of a sudden, but it doesn't feel that, you're trying to block out everything that's it's like we're trying to block out everything that's going on. We're trying to block out all this crap, and we're just like depressed about it.
How much fun? Just think about everybody in the chat and everybody on this panel, if we was all sitting around a bonfire right now and just enjoying each other's company, how fucking fun would that be? Just because we get older, we think age ain't nothing but a number. In all honesty, like you only live once. Yeah, why not? Why not? Why do we go and work, 6-7 days a week and then come home and sleep and we're so programmed to be robots in this system that they've set up for us that wasn't even like that when this country was built, because none of this shit was in place. This whole fucking corporation that they've turned this thing into, man, fuck all that.
It's a system. That's why it's got to be burned down. You got to start over.
The Jeffersonian model of government was never intended to be this for to cover what we're covering with it right now. Which we're not. It's so mutated now that it's not that way anymore. But it was always intended for the states to group up together. If Thomas Jefferson and Thomas Paine and all them folks were still sitting around eating popcorn and watching this craziness we got going on right here, it'd be like, well, yeah, this group of states over here, they got that area and they got these ports and stuff, and this group down here, they're like a completely different culture. They probably need to be figuring out how they can get tied in together, and these ones up here, and that's how they would be trying to do it, but they would expect the states to do it. The states lost the ball when the Civil War happened, because that's exactly what they were trying to do. And you saw how that turned out. No bueno. But
I think y'all know I say it all the time that I think the Republic's already fallen. We can't save it, but I think something that would be close and that could help lessen the fall would be a convention of the states. I would like to see that happen.
Yeah. I say just burn it down. WROL, shift, start over, burn it down.
Well, secession wasn't a new thing. That there was I think Wisconsin was trying to secede decades before the Civil War ever happened, and that almost went through. I think so. There was one of them up there around them big lakes, and then there was 2 or 3 other different times that there was secessionist movements, and it wasn't that long after the agreement had already been made. The whole point of the Union wasn't supposed to have ever been mandatory. States were supposed to be able to get out of it if they wanted to.
Right.
And that ain't the way that it is now. We lost that. Fun time.
Yeah.
Put it down. Shit's deep.
Well, what I see is a separation that's going to be based on population centers. I think cities are going to be targeted for both false flags, real flags, and just to get the numbers. But I believe in the silent majority. I think that a lot of us out here, we don't talk. Actually, I thought about this probably half an hour ago. I think maybe Native or Living, someone said something and it triggered the thought that we're not here to wake up the sheep. We are here to wake up the lions.
Right.
At this point, the sheep are 10,000 lemmings can't be wrong. Let's go over the cliff. All right. We are here to wake up the lions. We are all lions. We are all here in some ways teaching and guiding and leading people in various ways and formats, but none of us are sheep. We're not trying to wake each other up. We're trying to give each other ideas of how to wake up others. That makes sense,
Yeah, I like that, sis. You're right.
Who's crumbling papers? Somebody's been crumbling papers.
Blame everyone. Oh, it is Native.
I'm hungry, man. We've been live for like 4 hours.
He goes all slow.
I hear you. I was looking. Native had that guilty look on his face. I'm like, what, am I calling out Native?
I just slowly eats a Cheeto.
Yeah. Well, I did have the bag right below the microphone. That was probably part of it.
Yeah.
That probably didn't help.
I don't know, man. I guess we just keep working at it, man. Keep working at it. Keep talking. Keep connecting with people.
Oh, we're in the mix. We're in the mix. Yeah, we PT. We can keep talking about it, but we are in the mix. Things are changing. Seriously.
Yeah,
man.
If one of us could get rich, one of us hit the lottery or something. Like if I won $100 million right now, like all y'all would be straight. Like I would go ahead and do it. I would go buy 2, 3, 4, 5,000 fucking acres somewhere. Right. If you want to come, let's do this shit.
We're gonna find like a deep valley, purely wild, right in the middle of the Rocky Mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Just out of curiosity, is there a dress code?
Right.
Hell yeah. No clothes. No clothes, dang it.
Yeah. No socks, no shoes ever.
Right.
You have to wear a feather.
Right. I can dig it.
Just that's it. That's all you get is one feather.
Just one. Well,
come on, Native.
You have to work on it.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I think that's the whole reason why The Walking Dead got so damn popular, man, is because people look at it and it's like, community. There's no rule, there's no government, there's no nothing. I mean, at least they were free. I mean, The Walking Dead, at least they were free to a point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They got to make their own rules, do their own thing. Who wouldn't want to take over a prison and have all your peoples there and you could just run the whole thing? You know, it's a big house. You know what I'm saying?
How many of us, especially us prep-minded people, when that show first came out, when you driving around and you see like an abandoned like warehouse or a plant or something, like, man, you could set up a whole community in there and it's already fenced in over here, and right?
Yeah. Yes. Yep. I think about that with all kinds of shit too. Like I look at shit and be like, could that be a prep? Is that something I need to prep? Like it could be anything. You know what I'm saying?
Order.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. I'm like, no, that's not trash. That's a resource.
Yes, indeed. But I need 400 tires in my backyard. Rubber's going to be a commodity. You know what I'm saying?
Plus, you can fill them with sand and stack up real quick and make a berm.
Yes, indeed.
Bro, I'm trying to throw some stuff away because I got too much stuff, and like I'm realizing now that the things that I don't have organized and put into their place for when I really need them, it's I've got that much stuff. Organization, having things ready for when that time calls for that particular item or that thing, then I know it's time to grab it. Other than that, it's just gonna be like just dump everything out, man, and just grab what I need and go.
Hey, Josh, I got you, man. I'll come down there. You put all your stuff into a trailer of mine, all of it. Okay, start fresh, right? Ground zero, so you know what you need. I'll take all that mess, all that confusion out of your place.
I hear you.
And then you start again.
Yeah.
Hey, POTB, I can help you on that trip, man. You just let me know when you're gonna make that trip.
I appreciate that. You bring out a trailer too, just
Cool.
Yeah.
So we can help you out the clutter.
Oh yeah, man. I'm
just
working.
Trying to help.
Just trying to help.
I still got the last 2 washing machines that broke.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Just in case.
I might need a part off of it.
Exactly.
I made a burn pit out of mine. I took the washing machine, the bowl out of it, and painted it with some the fireproof paint and shit, and made a fire pit out of it.
Damn.
Thing worked awesome. It's got all the holes in it, so it got plenty of oxygen. It would just burn shit up so quick, man. It was awesome.
Glad you told me that.
Yeah, man.
Fortifications for the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Reese,
you know what,
those Earthship homes are off the hook, man. I would love to have one.
Oh,
What's that?
The Earthship homes. You guys should look. It's a YouTube channel, man. Look it up.
Okay.
They make homes that are completely self-sustainable and like temperature.
The grounds that are part of the dirt are homes.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nice.
They're like a ship. They
Have
call
y'all
them Earth
seen that
ships, like
one?
a ship. What, brother?
I missed part of what you were saying. I was going to ask if y'all have seen them ones that they're making that it's almost like a cloth and it's got a layer of concrete on it. And
the inflatable homes, the concrete inflatable
you make
homes.
a dome out of it or whatever, and then you get it wet and it solidifies, and then you got a hut.
I've got the contact information for them. They got some pretty good little setups, man. You can buy.
How long does it take to set up?
Well, you lay it out and you blow it up and then you wet it down and it dries. It's an inflatable concrete building, so you got to just find your location that it's going to be stationary at. Pretty much.
That's kind of
cool. Yeah.
And how much are those?
Oh God, I looked at them back in like 2012. Hold on one second.
So like a general size and price comparison, I'm thinking. I can't imagine what that would cost. I have no number in my head at all.
Yeah, me neither.
Right?
Well, they got to be pretty cheap because they were using them for sustainable housing in third world countries several years ago.
Huh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
I'd have to find the company I was looking at. I'm pretty sure there's more companies now. Anyways, I was just looking at it for like some birthing areas for people. Mm-hmm. If I was having people come to the range and like when I was trying to set up all my stuff in my business plan before.
Right.
Yeah.
You got some good stuff, man.
No doubt.
It's interesting, man.
I'm gonna get off here, guys.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here pretty soon too. We're at almost 2 hours on this one. We've been going 4 hours.
Yeah, man.
It's been fun though, man. It's been such a good time.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Good conversation tonight, man. On both sides.
Prep up.
Appreciate you, Art.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, good talking to you, brother.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Mr. President.
I'm gonna go with that native. I'm gonna start saying that all the time now.
Right?
That's it. It's done.
I forgot to tell him what happens in secret society stays in secret society.
Oh crap! Well, we're gonna have to kill him. No.
Make soap.
Make soap.
Wow. Nice. Roots is down. I love Roots, man. She's always down.
Yeah. Tribe, you know how you asked what people were worried about before?
Yeah.
So I thought about that. Worried about sickness after. Now think about this. People are dirty. There's a lot of dirty people out there.
Yeah.
You get a whole bunch of stuff, and we already over sanitize, over clean, over all this stuff to ourselves. And now we're going to go into a place when you can't always get soap and things like that because supplies run out, you know? So you're clean, far into an SHTF, and now all of a sudden you start getting sickness. You start bringing people into your community that are just dirty, and people start getting sick. And I would worry about that.
Infection.
That's a good point.
Like hygiene and waste management. And
yeah, the bacteria, all the bacteria.
Yeah.
Chewy.com.
If we lose waste management, sanitation, trash pickup, sewage workers. Right. One of my brother-in-laws works for the city near me and works with the sewage plants and what have you. I'm telling y'all, if those dudes go down and we lose sanitation, water, and trash pickup, you're talking no time.
Water treatment too. Yeah.
Yep. Water treatment. Yep. Absolutely right.
Because people monitor, like if you live in the bigger the city, the more they have to constantly monitor the water supply and treat it.
That's right.
Put stuff in it, keep it, drinkable. But
I mean, there's places in India where they actually wash their shit and piss down the sidewalk. They like take buckets of water and just whoosh it down in it. Man. It's like, what the? Their water. Have you ever seen their rivers and shit like that, man? They're just like so polluted. It's like a dump in their little rivers and whatnot, man. It's like Jesus. But I bet you that they'll be the ones that survive though, because their immunities are built up for that shit and shit. Like if America had to go through that, and that's what POTB saying. It's like holy shit, we would be screwed.
That's the luxuries that I keep talking about. The luxuries. In order to really bring the system down and start over, there's gonna be a time period where we don't have crystal clear water to drink coming out of our faucet. You know what I mean? Or bottled water to go and purchase from the grocery store. So, yeah.
Get your life straws. Get your life straws together.
Man, and imagine how much worse it's been. What POTB just brought up in the past couple of years. Everyone's been wearing masks constantly and constantly sanitizing and hand sanitizing, all the killing off their natural bacterial flora that gives us our immunities. That's where our immunity comes from. We have interactions with bacteria and viruses on a daily, thousands of them, and our immune system is set up. Man, I'm telling you, there's I dropped a link a few weeks ago in one of my Monday live streams, I think, for people to go and check, or it might have been on Tribecast on one of your Friday lives, Tribe. I dropped it in the chat for people to go watch. It explains how the immune system works, and it's real important that we do come in contact. We can't protect ourselves from all bacteria and viruses. It weakens our immune systems when we do that.
Use it or lose it.
Yeah.
Kids with OCD parents sometimes, not always, have kids with all the allergies that are so sensitive to this and that get sick the first and all the time. And I'm not dogging, but don't over Lysol your shit. I'm not saying be dirty, but I agree. You got to build your shit up. My 4-year-old is literally covered in dirt about 10 minutes after he gets out of the bath or shower. He's completely filthy. It is what it is. He picks.
That's why little kids' noses run all the time. You know,
right?
All the time. But by the time they grow up, they've got all kinds of immunities to colds and stuff.
Yeah,
it's just like around my way. Like I've been fishing these waters since I was born. So when I go fishing, like every time I go fishing, I I never wear gloves. I grab the fish. You know, they poke me, they cut me. I've had a 4-inch spine go into my hand and stay there overnight, and I found it the next day and yanked it out. But other people will come to Maryland and go fishing and touch a fish and they get a skin disease. You know what I'm saying? And it's just about building up. You know, I've been doing this my whole life. I don't have to worry about those things because my body has probably already touched that shit 5 billion times. You know what I mean?
I was watching Art Wildman a few months ago, and he was talking about filtering water, and he was beside some river, and while he was building his filter, he just took the glasses off. He said, but for me, he's like, I've been drinking out of this river my whole life, and he took a scoop and drank it.
Oh wow!
I was thinking, I mean, for him, yeah. I mean, I bet he has built up an immunity to it. I've seen people who have built up Giardia immunity because they've had beaver fever so many times because they drinking water straight from a stream or something, but they've built up an immunity. I mean, I mean, it can be done.
Yeah, it's just like
yeah.
Like if you go to Jamaica, you can't use their ice and you can't drink their water. You got to buy bottled water and shit because you'll get sick as a dog. But people that live there, they're drinking that shit all the time. You know what I mean?
Same thing in Mexico.
Hey, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. So, yeah, he might have. No, I'm just saying he might have the immunity and stuff like that. Drink from it. That's awesome. But eventually, you have to start doing stuff like that in a shift. Someone's going to be washing their ass in the river upstream, and you're about to drink something you ain't drank before.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, people, or you're going to have some dead bodies up there. You're going to have something that's going to maybe not the stream you're doing, maybe never in the stream you're doing.
Yeah. When I lived in Kentucky, there was this place we would go. This park, it was a state park, Mammoth Cave State Park, and there's all these little streams running from the rocks, and we would drink from them, man. But sometimes you would go upstream and there'd be a dead animal in it. You'd be like, oh God. You know, none of us ever got sick, but it made me think, you know, you gotta be careful.
I just remember watching in Iraq, you sit there and you'd have dudes washing like kids and women and dudes washing their ass in the stream. or in the canal, and then just downstream you'd have people gathering pails of water to go bring back to the Finland. I mean, they had immunity to it. You know, they had some, so you could still build it.
Yeah.
But, and I bet you it was rough at first.
Zane, I grabbed that link and saved it. Thank you.
Oh yeah, she got that concrete dome stuff up there. I was gonna say she on point.
Yeah, that looks really cool. I saw a quick pic.
All right, y'all. Well, we've been going about 2 hours. I think I'm gonna call it, man. It's been 4 hours in. I know everybody got to be ready to go get something to eat, get some rest or something. Well, I don't know. Virginia Roots, I know you probably gonna go all night. You do the damn thing.
I'll have to go say hello to my deplorables for.
You going over the dangers?
Yeah. No doubt.
Always say hey.
But I appreciate all the members in here. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna do more and more. We're gonna come up with some codes. Make sure y'all check out that Discord over at Natives. It's gonna be just for the members of both the Brave Nation and the Secret Society.
I went
we're gonna get some stuff going.
I saw.
We're gonna have to shoot just Josh the link. We're gonna have to let him be an honorary member or something so he can get up in there.
Seriously.
And Roots too.
Yeah.
Shoot it.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me drop the link again one more time before you end it.
All right.
Excellent.
Well, you could have dropped it even after. You could put it in the private because they're both on the panel. But all right, I can wait.
Yeah, don't worry, Native. The world revolves around you.
Somebody else realizes it now.
Hey, he let his hair down, damn it. He let his hair down.
He did. I just want to go over there and just kind of like.
There it is. Boom.
Okay.
We're gonna get it going. We're gonna get some secret codes going and shit. We also talking about doing. Me and Native are talking about doing some giveaways. We're trying to figure it out, get something together, so we can give back because y'all give so much. We really appreciate y'all. We really do. But thank y'all for hanging with us. Everybody on the panel, thank you so much for being here and hanging with us. And we'll catch y'all on the next one. It'll be soon. You'll see us soon. Appreciate y'all.
Yes. Until soon.
Yes, indeed. Peace.
See y'all.